I hadn't played the original Little Nightmares before Little Nightmares 2 came out, and with the third installment coming out soon, I thought it's about time. Recently, it appeared on the PS Essential monthly game list, so I said, what the heck, and played through both games. I'm really happy I took the plunge. I always thought the series, particularly Little Nightmares 2, would be impressive, but I was blown away by how amazing it actually is. It's shaping up to be a top contender for one of the best horror games I've played, but also one of the best games overall. In this game, you step into the shoes of Mono, a young boy who finds himself awakening in a dense forest right in front of a weird TV. Soon enough, he encounters Six, the girl in the raincoat from the previous game, and helps her escape. Together, they venture into a strange city where they must figure out how to escape before they become prey to the lurking monsters. Similar to its predecessor, the game relies solely on visual storytelling, with no dialogue or no text and guide for the experience. Naturally, how much you enjoy Little Nightmares 2 will greatly influence your experience with it. Similar to the first game, which explored themes of excess, this sequel delves into escapism. Players will encounter characters like TV-obsessed, zombie-like figures, a terrifying teacher who indoctrinates, and a man fixated on crafting wooden dummies, among others. While there's a rich narrative woven throughout, it can be easy to overlook it due to the way the story unfolds. If you're not keen on visual storytelling, the game might seem like a series of impressively eerie but loosely connected horror scenes, which is perfectly acceptable. However, I feel this doesn't fully capture how invested I was in this story. I once told a friend that the original game made me say holy shit more times than any other game. Little Nightmares 2 has surpassed that experience. Without any dialogue or text, I found myself more connected to Mono and Six than I ever was to characters with voices like Nathan Drake, Spider-Man, Kratos. My emotional ties to them are nothing compared to the bond I felt with these two silent children thrust into a nightmarish world. By the end, I was completely overwhelmed, terrified, elated, and heartbroken. I even found myself under the desk in tears during the finale. This kind of storytelling leaves a profound impact, and the gameplay only amplifies that experience. The game unfolds across 5 chapters, each presenting a unique threat, and you'll find yourself immersed in the world of Mono for about 6 to 7 hours. Throughout your journey, you'll be evading hunters armed with shotguns, fleeing from a teacher with an unsettling neck and a creepy smile, battling porcelain children, and tackling various environmental puzzles. The game offers a wide array of scenarios, but your interactions with the world are somewhat limited. Mono can jump, run, and occasionally wield a flashlight, and grab objects to move or climb. Yet, it's challenging to convey just how quickly the game can transform into a heart-pounding nightmare. From the very beginning, you sense that something is terribly amiss as Mono navigates a treacherous forest and stumbles upon a cabin. Here, he encounters Six, and they soon find themselves face to face with a hunter with a bag over his head, reminiscent of a slasher film villain, and a massive shotgun in hand. This sets the stage for an incredibly intense opening level. By the end, Mono and Six must dive into rabbit holes, seek refuge behind rocks, swim underwater to stay hidden, and disarm traps. It culminates in one of many thrilling sequences that I can't spoil, but I can't wait for others to experience it. These moments truly deepened my affections for the characters each time a new chase unfolded. I found myself genuinely anxious for their safety because I was fully invested in their journey. Of course, if things went south, and they often did, given how challenging Little Nightmares 2 can be, they would simply respawn. Still, that didn't lessen my concern that perhaps this time Mono 6 might not escape unscathed. I've brought up 6 a few times, and she represents one of the exciting new features in the game. Throughout much of the adventure, 6 accompanies Mono. Similar to the classic PlayStation 2 game Ico, you can hold her hand and guide her along. Fortunately, she's quite capable on her own, so you won't have to constantly look after her. 6 occasionally offers Mono hints for puzzles, assisting with by carrying essential items when you need an extra hand, and even takes on small tasks that caught me by surprise. She's a delightful addition, and I truly enjoyed having her by my side. One of the significant new features in Little Nightmares 2 is the introduction of combat. True to the game's eerie atmosphere, the combat is slow, brutal, and deeply unsettling. Mono has the ability to pick up various objects scattered throughout the environment and use them as weapons. This culminates in a shocking moment where Mono uses a sledgehammer to smash a porcelain child's head. It made me reflect on why I was drawn to combat, especially when the scenes were just as horrifying as the threats I was trying to escape. At times, I felt like I was becoming one of the monsters myself. Aside from this edition, Little Nightmares 2 doesn't stray far from what the first game offered. In general, if you enjoyed the original, you'll likely appreciate this sequel. If not, it may not be for you. The original game's flaw persists, meaning that the controls can be a bit clunky and you might not always land where you intend. This can be a bit frustrating during some of the more precise platforming sections, but it's manageable overall. Fortunately, that was the main issue I encountered while playing. I can't emphasize enough how much Little Nightmares 2 impacted me. It's not just that the game is genuinely frightening, which is certainly is. It embraces horror aesthetics in every conceivable way, making it a title that should be on everyone's radar. Additionally, Little Nightmares 2 accomplishes one of the most significant achievements in gaming. It seamlessly blends narrative and gameplay into an astonishingly cohesive experience. I'm still in awe of how incredible the game turned out, and I truly hope to see more for both the series and Tarsier in the future. My affection for this game runs really deep. If you're still wondering if it's for you, check out the game I reviewed in the box on the right, because YouTube thinks it's the right one for you. Type pineapple in the comments if you made it this far, leave a comment if you want more information on a specific title, and see you next time. Bye bye.